Hello, I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man, and I'm with Emma Hickman. Emma is a partner at the Manchester office and specialist at advising people who want to buy and sell businesses. Hello, Emma.
Hi there.
So it's been in the news this week about Amazon's proposals to buy the MGM studios. And I guess, Emma, I just wanted to ask you really, what sort of things would Amazon consider when making an acquisition like that?
Yeah, so I think the best thing to start with is why they are acquiring the business themselves. So often businesses will want to acquire other businesses to either expand into new areas or diversify, and that could be buying a competitor, so it would be more of the same, or they could expand into new territories, so either sort of locally, another city, or even into another continent. And then also they need to think about new industries and supply chain. And for Amazon, obviously in the history of Hollywood, Amazon are pretty sort of new players in the film part of it. So they'll need to be thinking about, they'll want to be, but they've got lots of cash, so they'll want to be using that cash to buy this business to enable them to really take on this market of putting film content out into the world. So from their perspective, the thing that they're going to be really needing to do is ensure that they can actually get on with their plans and do that. So they'll want to be checking, sort of investigating the company, just like if you were buying a house, you'd want to make sure the roof is on. If you're buying a company, you want to make sure you can actually do the things you want to do. So is all the intellectual property owned within MGM? Have they already got distribution in place with different, does Netflix already have some kind of agreement with them whereby they need to have exclusive film provision? So they want to buy this, buy the film back catalogue in order to to be able to utilize and distribute that exclusive content, and so they need to make sure that they can do that. So that's where we would sort of help the businesses we work with the sort of legal investigations and due diligence. There would be also commercial and financial due diligence usually, and then we'd also, when we're acting for buyers, we'd also want to sort of back up all that sort of diligence and investigation with warranties within an agreement, so there's legal protections to ensure that that going forward the investigations and all the findings are correct and that any risks are sort of covered off. So that would be our role in an acquisition like this.
And when you first came on, Emma, I mentioned that you specialise in buyers and sellers. So conversely, I guess, what sort of things would sellers think about?
So I guess if you're selling a business, you kind of want to make sure that you're not sort of awake at night for the rest, for forever, just wondering if there would be some kind of claim. So when we are drafting sort of share purchase agreements and business purchase agreements, there's a suite of sort of risk management provisions. So you have warranties whereby the seller sets out some statements to say that everything about the company is correct, and to the extent that it's not correct, there's a disclosure process. So the disclosures can be made, and they will be, if something isn't completely perfect about the business, you tell the buyer, and then it would be a defence to the buyer being able to sue you on that. There's also other risk management tools around having a cap on liability financially, so that you know that whatever happens, you're not going to be sued for more than X amount, and then also time limits on the claims, so you're not going to be sort of, after a year or two you can kind of forget about it and go on with your life. So yeah.
If individuals want to step back from a business, Emma, is there a way? Are there other ways to do that without having to sort of sell to a competitor or a trade buyer?
Yeah, definitely. So there's this sort of private equity route, which is sort of a well-trodden path where external investors will come in and provide money and support to the business and help to get to a sort of exit point and a goal, and sort of really sort of leverage and enhance that ability. And that's a really good option, particularly if there's a management team ready to sort of participate in that, and through a management buyout, that can work really well. We're also seeing a lot more employee ownership trusts arrangements being put in. So So it would be more sort of like the John Lewis sort of model, whereby the founder can sell anything from just over 50% to all of their business to a trust, and the trust would hold the shares on behalf of the employees altogether. So it's a really good option for founders who want to leave, but also sort of leave their legacy behind, rather than there's risks around a competitor coming in, and does everyone keep their job, and does the brand name just change, and then suddenly your kind of life's work has kind of disappeared. So the employee ownership model really works for some founders, and there's some really very good tax benefits in terms of capital gains tax, which is charged at zero. So Entrepreneurs Relief doesn't even come into it. So it's a really good option for many companies and founders who want to step back. Yeah.
Emma, fascinating to speak to you, and I guess individuals can get in touch with you and have a more detailed conversation as well if they want to know a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time, Emma. And if you'd like to contact Emma, you can email me insideman@jmw.co.uk or call me on 0161 82 81 999. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.